Good afternoon, everybody. This is Lincoln Kenobi here, and today we have another article, and it's reported 700 Ubisoft employees go on strike in response to return to office requirement believed to be an attempt to force resignations. So yeah, Ubisoft, they are in a big pickle, man. Hey, ever since what's been going on with Skull and Bones, and then other game titles like Star Wars Outlaws, X Defiant, and now Assassin's Creed Shadows, it ain't looking good. Not looking good. So let's go. Around 700 Ubisoft employees at its French studios have reported gone on strike in response to the company requiring employees to begin working at the office as opposed to work from home. Back in September, the French video game union syndicate Des Tranviares Sestu Geo Video, I'm going to guess, I'm not very good, it's very hard to read, called for Ubisoft employees to strike on October 15th, the 16th, and the 17th. After the company demanded employees begin working in the company's office for 3 days per week for all employees, the union also shared that it believes Ubisoft made this move given it knows the consequence of its decision will be the loss of our colleagues' jobs and the organization of many game projects and the drastic increase in psychological risks for those who remain. Furthermore, it noted this decision is announced immediately after the failure of the profit-sharing negotiations, exactly like previous salary negotiations. Management's proposals were unacceptable. The negotiations timetable was appalling, and management was deaf due to the proposals of the various employee representatives. Ugh, my bad. Given this, the union stated, to express our anger, we call all Ubisoft employees in France to a first strike on October 15th, the 16th, and the 17th. It also shared its demands. First, it wants a formal agreement on remote work with a due process of real negotiation between management and unions, not arbitrary decision taken several months in advance, once which guarantees that each person can freely choose its number of remote days and when they are in the week, as well as being counted by the month and not by the week. Second, the union demands an immediate increase in all salaries to compensate for the drop in our living standards in recent years. The restoration of the profit sharing at a 60% objective, the end of the gender pay gap, and a higher increase in lower salaries. And finally, it wants Ubisoft to listen to employees' opinions by the implementation of a social dialogue worthy of the name. Management seems indeed to confuse monologue with dialogue. Reportedly, around 700 employees did go on strike in France, according to Le Monde. The outlet noted AFP saw around 50 people on a picket line in Montpellier and more than 100 in Paris, with Ubisoft offices in Annecy and Lyon also affected. The STJV union said more than 700 were taking part. One employee informed the outlet how long will it be before they start laying off workers and downgrading their ambitions. She also described the atmosphere as gloomy. Yeah, this is one of them, but it's in their language, so I wouldn't be able to probably understand it. I don't know. Let me see if I can give it a go. Maybe I will.
Ubisoft déçoit ses joueurs, Ubisoft déçoit ses employés.
No, you see, it's in a different language. I can't understand it, so it's my bad. According to the union, the strike has spread outside France and into Italy as well. It posted on X, today workers at Ubisoft Milan are also on strike against a return to 3 days a week in office. It added full support to them and the Federazione Impiegati Operi Metallurgici. I couldn't read it right. The strikes come amid Ubisoft finding itself in dire financial straits. Back in September, the company significantly lowered its quarter two net bookings from €500 to 350 to 370 million, a decline of 30%. Furthermore, the company also stated the company now expects net bookings of around 1.95 billion and around break-even non-IFRS operating income and free cash flow for the fiscal year. The expectation is down nearly 60% from last year, where the company reported it had a total net bookings of 2.321 billion. The company also finds itself accused by Slovakian investment firm AJ Investments of intentionally manipulating its stock price alongside Chinese developer and investor Tencent. The firm alleged in an open letter in September, "We believe that Guillemot family and Tencent are discounting potential value of Ubisoft in order to buy more shares at lower valuation and eventually take full control of the company at heavily discounted valuation. We value the great work that has been done by Guillemots over the decades in the Ubisoft, but now it's time to move on and restart the business with new shareholder approach and the new management CEO." Furthermore, it even pointed to Ubisoft delaying titles as being part of the strategy. In our view, recent delays of certain titles are creating uncertainty amongst investors and is beneficial for Guillemot and Tencent. In order to acquire more shares at even discounted valuation, as Ubisoft is currently trading close to €15 per year per share, lowest point since 2015, given Ubisoft valuations less than €2 billion. The firm also alleged that Guillemot family and Tencent's collaboration blocked potential acquisitions and partnerships that could have been beneficial for the company and its shareholders. It cited a possible acquisition by KKR and Blackstone. More recently, in 2022, private equity firms such as KKR and Blackstone expressed an interest in acquiring Ubisoft, but were unable to proceed due to existing agreements that prevent any single entity from gaining control without Guillemot and Tencent's consent. This pattern of blocking potential acquisitions has prevented much needed restructuring and revitalization that will benefit all the stakeholders of Ubisoft. A rumor from an alleged Ubisoft insider also informed YouTube anyone who shared that Ubisoft was using the implementation of Yasuke into their game to steer the public reception of not only Shadows, but Ubisoft as a company in general towards a scenario that would actually lead to a buyout. He explained, "As I told Tencent, allegedly was a big pusher of Yasuke becoming the main character of Shadows. Ubisoft, of course, was considering the idea, but Tencent was really the ones that pushed that vision into reality." Allegedly, Yasuke was pushed because Tencent knew the inclusion of this character as the leading man in the Japanese Assassin's game would raise many eyebrows and cause public outcry, which I mean, they're right. It did exactly that. And the discussion surrounding the game has not died down since, for good reason. As I'm told, decisions like implementing Yasuke, which would lead to many boycotting the game, was something pushed by Tencent investors to purposely tank Ubisoft in order to weaken the company towards an acquisition, effectively leading to Ubisoft as now becoming the far weaker, worth far less than it should be, and placing itself plump and ready for Tencent to waltz in and swallow the entire company whole and obtain them, he stated. A Bloomberg report by Vinci Chan, Dong Chao, and Benio Bertholot claimed at the beginning of this month that Tencent Holdings Ltd. And the Guillemot family were considering options, including a potential buyout of the French video game developer after it lost more than half of its market value this year, according to people familiar with the matter. The report added, The Chinese tech company and Gilmour brothers have been speaking with advisors to help explore ways to stabilize Ubisoft and bolster its value. The people said, asked not to be identified, discussing a private matter. One of the possibilities being discussed would involve teaming up to take the company private, according to the people. A Ubisoft spokesman appeared to confirm this report, telling VGC Ubisoft has noted recent press speculation regarding potential interests around the company. It regularly reviews all its strategic options in the interest of stakeholders and will inform the market if and when appropriate. The spokesman added, the company reiterates that management is currently focused on executing its strategy, centered on two core verticals: open world adventures and GaaS native experiences. Yeah, man, Ubisoft is not looking good right now, man. They are not looking good. So, you guys let me know what you guys think of this article, man. You guys let me know. So, if you like the video, hit the like button, share this video, post a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are about this article. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for me. All right, guys. Catch you guys later. Bye.